Hi, and welcome to Creator Fundamentals. My name is Dan Courier, and I am here to help you deliver your value to the world. I just wanted to jump on the live stream here real quick because Creator Insider just released a video that I think says a lot in a very small amount of time. If you haven't checked out their video yet, they basically just released a video that stated that tags aren't important. Now, that's kind of a lot of information to unpackage, and they spent about 40 seconds on it, which kind of really has me concerned because it really poses more questions than answers. And I really think to say something like that really should have a dedicated video and not just a 40-second, tags aren't as important as you think they are. It's such a vague answer that I really want them to dedicate a video to it and actually explain how they aren't important. I certainly know that videos that fall into suggested videos and the videos tend to take off and do the best are in no way driven by actual tags. However, I'm curious and I'd like them to kind of talk about exactly what happens in cases where videos do poorly in the beginning, like how-to videos, or they do average, and then over time through search results and ranking your videos, do they start to accumulate time and eventually they take off. I'd really like them to walk through the algorithm and explain how that happens, if not for somebody's ability to find the video in search. Now, I get that the thumbnail and the title are really going to help people make the decision about whether or not to click on a video, but how are they finding the video? Are they ranking in all variations of search terms based only on the title? That seems a little bit confusing to me. I'm always concerned when I see messages like this, and I know Tim Schmoyer has said something similar, that it's just not as important. That was shortly after the collab with Creator Insider as well, I believe, but don't quote me on that because I'm not positively sure. So I feel like I don't want anybody to go too crazy on it or sweat it too much until they can provide some actual information behind it to explain what they mean, because there's some livelihoods out there. There's some people who kind of live, or there's applications and things that people pay for to do keyword research for them. So I thought it was a really loaded statement without a lot of support to explain it. So thank you guys so much for jumping on the live stream. I see British Cook out there. Yes, it was Creator Insider who just shared a video. They called it Mythbusters, and they essentially said, and like I said, it was like a 40-second clip, but the myth was whether or not tags were important, or tags are important, and they busted it, meaning that tags aren't that important. They said that you should focus 99% of your time, or your SEO time, on your thumbnail and title. So in that regard, keyword research is still just as important as it's ever been, because obviously, as you know, if you've ever followed any videos that we've done here about keyword research, the way you actually do good keyword research is you do it by creating your title first, and then you fill in supporting tags. What it seems to me that they're saying here is, yes, it's still important to do that research to figure out what you're going to use for a title, if you want to be able to rank it, I would imagine. But it's interesting to see exactly how they believe that works with regard to videos that build up over time from search results versus those that take off and that have great view velocity out of the gate, and then YouTube picks up on that and spreads it to a wider audience, and then there's more suggested video, and it basically just starts kind of mushrooming out to a broader and broader audience, and then depending on what kind of response it gets at those different layers kind of determines just how far it goes. But I really want to see them differentiate between that type of video and the how-to video that grows over time. So I saw that. I thought it was kind of a big deal. I'm really curious, like I said, rather than proving it to me that tags aren't important, I feel like they just raised a bunch of questions. You know, it's kind of like coming out and saying, eh, by the way, the world is flat, and then leaving. You know, so I wanted to jump on here quick and have a chat with you guys. If you haven't checked out the video yet, I put a link in the description to check them out on Creator Insider, so definitely watch that video. It wasn't Tom in this video. I forget the girl's name who actually did this video, and she brought in a guy who's been on there before to answer questions, but lol, the earth is flat. Oh, see, there you go. Yeah, so it's a really interesting thing because, you know, we've had that conversation before, whether tags important and just how important they are. I know in the grand scheme of things, you know, every time I have this conversation about whether tags are important and the difference between growing a video on keyword research versus growing a video and suggested video, I always think of the movie Monsters, Inc., where they were running the entire city based on kids' screams, and then somebody realizes, hey, that the laughs, you know, they both work, but the laughs are much more effective and produce much more energy. And I almost feel like every time I hear this conversation that they're saying, oh, well, the much more effective way is to grow by suggested, so let's discount the other way that actually works. And until they come out and actually identify whether or not you can consistently show up at the top of search results based on the title of your video alone, I don't know how logically you can say that keyword research is not important. Is YouTube basically indexing all the text within the video and then determining which keyword, you know, which search results you show up on? That is the part that I really want to know and understand, because, like I said, it's kind of a bombshell to go out there and tell everybody that this is super, or this is no longer important, or it's not important, or it's not as important as you think. And I really think they need to follow up. I'll be interested to see what other people say about this. I know there were some videos made after Tim Schmoyer said something to this effect. And the other thing that you're always concerned about is when larger channels make statements like this. I do agree, or I do feel, I have at least observed that the larger channels, keyword research becomes far less important. But if you're that channel that has 100 subscribers or 500 subscribers, and you're not going to get that view velocity out of the gate, and you're just trying to build up watch time over time, are keywords not important to those channels too? I feel like YouTube is such a diverse community, and there's so many different scenarios, that I'm curious whether they think that a YouTuber starting out on their own, who doesn't have the benefit of going out and doing collaborations with Casey Neistat or other really big YouTube channels, is going to be able to simply grow a channel out of the gate based on their thumbnails and their titles alone. So I'd love to know what you guys think. I see you guys in the chat down there. I'm going to pop in, just take a quick look, see how you guys are doing. Obviously, I'm coming to you from my car because it's the middle of the day and I do have a day job. So keep using tags until the yeah, exactly. Super Enthused says, I'm going to keep using tags until the feature doesn't exist anymore. Why does it exist then? Exactly. Why are you giving us the opportunity to do keyword research or include tags if you have somebody that came out and said that they're not important? And you know, I give much more, not that I'm discrediting what they're saying, but I feel like there was an absence of recognition of just how big a statement it was to say that keyword research isn't important. Think about the paid companies out there whose livelihood is based on providing tools for people to do keyword research. You know, there's all kinds of apps that out there, not all of them that just do keyword research, but there are a few. And to come out like that and spend 40 seconds on a topic and basically say, yeah, it doesn't matter, I don't know, it's a little bit, I don't know if they appreciated the gravity of what they were saying in that short period of time, because I think it's a really big deal to a lot of people, and it's really important to understand whether it's important or not. And I also really want to understand the mechanics behind it. If you're going to tell me that YouTube is able to just take your title and get you to rank on the first page of multiple different keyword phrases, when I've seen it work, I know it works. So I want them to kind of remedy that or rectify that in my brain, exactly how YouTube is doing that, if they're not using the different variations of keyword phrases that you're providing. So that's my take on it, guys. I just wanted to jump on quick and share it with you and get your take. I would appreciate if you're watching this on the replay, definitely let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this, because like I said, it's potentially a bombshell, and they said it almost in passing. So it was kind of a disconnect there between the magnitude of the information that they were just throwing out there and the significance they put on it based on the conversation that they had. I mean, it was literally, so are keywords big? Nah, they're not important. And then they moved on. I was like, what? You know, so it's one of those things. Like I said, it's like whether or not the earth is flat or not, you're going to get people on both sides who think they know the absolute answer, even though one of them is actually right. Right. So definitely let me know. Again, if you're on the replay, let me know in the comments below. Again, all my videos are sponsored by TubeBuddy, the #1 browser plugin for managing and growing your YouTube channel. It's available to download. Apparently, I should turn that off, but what are you going to do? So, yeah, Creator Insiders, for anybody that just joined late, just put out a video saying tags weren't important, or not as important as people think, and basically they alluded to them being almost irrelevant, giving the thumbnail and the title 99% of the importance, leaving 1% over for keyword research. So definitely share. If you were in the chat, definitely come back and share your thoughts in the comments as well. I appreciate you guys coming to hang out on the stream. If you don't know who Creator Insider is actually the YouTube channel that's run by YouTubers. So these are YouTube employees saying this, not just somebody going out and saying, yeah, tags aren't important. These are the people who actually work on the product that are coming out and saying that tags are not important in passing. So kind of a big deal. I'm interested in seeing who else puts out content like this, because I think it's going to kind of raise a lot of eyebrows, and I wanted to get out and share this with you guys. So I got to take off for now. I appreciate you. Definitely leave your comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.